Jerry.
Jodie gave Emma a lift.
And in your face.
Emma discovered who her real friends were.
Guys, group hug.
She also welcomed an all-Welsh panel.
Mewn I Anghenfil.
And Aaron got the boot.
You're a rogue,
okay,
Aaron.
That's right. It's bit on the side.
I know it's Monday and I know that Murray lost at tennis, but don't worry, we are here to make you all feel a whole lot better. In tonight's show, get ready for a sip of this. A slab of this. That's really good. And a swig of this.
She can suck my huge, big, fat dick.
Shall we meet our panel? Now, here on Bots, we promote responsible behaviour, and that is why we always make sure we have a Johnny on us. It's X Factor's Johnny Robinson. Joining him, there is nothing this man doesn't know about Big Brother, apart from why Caroline tries to make her hair look as awful as possible. It's Brian Bello. And finally, speaking of awful hair, it's Jamie East. She's back again!
Sexy!
Can you see the look of horror on Jamie's face?
I think that's loud. I think that's really loud.
Oh. I love her, though. You should be pleased.
I'm
you
very
have
happy.
one fan.
Hello.
You should be. Right, as always, there is loads for us to chat about, so I'll get my microphone and we'll kick off with Adam and Siobhan in tonight's show. Johnny, will they ever be friends again?
I don't think they will be, because it's just gone tits up, isn't it, really?
That's one way of putting it.
At the end of the day, not long ago, a couple of weeks back, Adam, I read and watched that he wanted to actually marry Siobhan.
I think he always kind of had quite a soft spot for her. And in the beginning, they got on so well. I think she even, didn't she pick him as her favourite housemate? Yep. You know, when they did that whole task. Does she have the right to be upset with him, Jamie?
I don't think it would have been nice for anybody to have heard someone else saying it about him. But
no.
The problem was that when she came out and started talking to him about it, she pretty much vindicated everything that he said about her in her reaction to it when they were having their argument. She did everything that he said that she did, and she didn't even realise that she was doing it. So. And
I think maybe part of well, obviously the problem is that they picked Adam to listen to. Yeah. But they could have picked anybody to listen to.
Yeah, it wasn't really
She
Adam's
kind of
fault.
obviously knew that she was going to hear things she maybe didn't want to hear.
Yeah, I think, she obviously regretted picking Adam massively, because I think he was the only one that probably would have said something like that about Siobhan.
Yeah. We saw Adam break down after the fallout. Brian, did you feel for him?
I did feel for him, because what's happened with him and Siobhan is that they get on, but the girls don't like Adam. So Siobhan's like, I've got it nice and cushy here with my girls. So her and the little hyena packer thought, wait a minute, we're going to pick on him and get rid of him. Do you know what I mean? Because they can. It's safety in numbers. Siobhan's thinking, yeah, you're all right, I'll probably get on with you in the outside world, but my bitches don't like you, so you're going.
I don't really understand from what we're seeing, I don't get why they don't like Adam, because I think he seems, does he not, like quite a nice... What, hold on, you may think he's boring, but that doesn't mean he's not a nice guy.
Adam promised to do a lot of things in the Big Brother house, and I don't think he's done anything at all, and this is why he's disliked. And there's a lot of things.
I think, hold on, the one thing he has done has been a stand-up guy, no?
I disagree. Adam's fine, but now we're seeing what Siobhan is really like. She goes on and on and on. She doesn't listen to people. This barrage, we can hardly stand it. Adam's fine.
Adam is. I mean, I disagree with my learned friend over here. Adam is coming over as a genuinely nice bloke. I mean, he really is.
So how about Lauren going in to tell Big Brother that the blue team were discussing nominations? Hold on, you're shaking your head up here. And now you're like, I don't want to speak.
No, you can't do that. You just got to play the game as it goes along, innit?
But surely it doesn't matter whether Lauren tells them because Big Brother's watching it anyway.
She was smart.
Nobody likes a snitch. The way she ran in the diary room straight after. No.
But isn't she just stating the obvious that Big Brother? Well, she is in a way because Big Brother can see what they're doing.
Yeah, so what? She don't need to go and tell them. She knows that they can see it. She don't need to go and tell them. She knows that. The cameras are there.
Do you not like Lauren?
No.
I hate Lauren.
OK, so the green team got control of the diary room just because of a rule break. Johnny, do you think that was fair?
Yeah, I do. I do think it was fair. At first, I didn't, but it is, because they were the rules at the end of the day. But people can say rules are made to be broken, but it is that's the game of the Big Brother.
If you're going to go in to break rules, what's the point in going in, right?
So, yeah.
It's the same ones being broken. They're always discussing nominations, so it's
the
about
same
time.
people breaking the rules.
And it's always the same rule that they're breaking. It's about time they did something, and I think taking the power away from the Blues and putting it onto the Greens was the best decision they did.
I just heard a really weird noise in the audience. I'm not too sure what it was, but I don't actually want to find out because it's sounding quite rude. Right, Brian, Luke, and Lauren plan to sabotage the task. Do you think they now hold the power in the blue team?
Not at all. I think, like, they're going up against the rest of the team and the girls of Siobhan and Ashley and Sarah, and they all dislike the others. So the same rules are being broken because they're too arrogant to realise that they can't go up against Big Brother and go against the system.
OK, we saw Dina say everything she thought had been proven. Is Dina now the strongest housemate in the way of she's being saved week after week after week? So the rest of the house, are they seeing her as somebody that they now need to be friends with?
I think in the house, they think she's probably a lot stronger than I think she actually is on the outside. I don't think she's as safe as the other housemates will assume that she is.
It's a bit of a coincidence that she was right, and now they're just like cutting on to it.
You need a microphone.
It was just a massive coincidence that she was right, and now they're just kind of like all kind of jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah, I think the evictions have swung in her favour. She's been quite fortunate, I think.
Yeah.
But she doesn't do a lot in the house, but when she does do something, it's all killer.
We saw Scott and Dina talking about the group dynamic. Is this a clever move, or is it more... What am I thinking?
Scott and Dina?
Brain fart.
Scott and Dina,
Is it a genuine
Do you
friendship?
mean Caroline and Scott?
No, we saw Dina and Scott talking, and they were talking about dynamics at towards the end of the show. So is it a clever move on Scott's part because he's thinking she is powerful?
He needs to get away from Dina.
Or are they genuine friends?
I think he gets on with Dina to a certain level of the fact that she's not in that peripheral group of all the cool kids that might be making fun of him. So he trusts her for that because she's a bit of an outsider of that group. But at the end of the day, he's expendable for Dina.
I don't think there are any genuine friends in the house at all.
What about Luke and Adam? They seem like genuine friends.
There's a bit of a bromance going on. There's a bit of a bond there, to be fair.
What?
They're the only two real friends in the house, I think. And I think Siobhan has got sexual frustration and she needs to have it with her.
On that note, I think we'll move on. So you clearly know what this lot have to say, but what do you lot have to say? Jamie is going to be in his phone room shortly, and he wants to speak to you guys. And I've got to say thank you to everybody that leaves messages, especially ones like this.
There is a young man called Jamie, bit on the side, shining star. He's sexy and slick and has a big...
That was a genuine message message that somebody left for you.
That was LJ, wasn't it?
Right, after the break, we'll be revealing the results of this week's nominations. But if you can't wait until then, head to channel5.com/Big Brother, where you can find out who is up for eviction right now. We will see you after the break. Welcome back to Bit on the Side. It's part 2 of our Monday show, so that can only mean one thing. It's nominations time. Now, we're not going to give it away just yet. First of all, we want you to take a look at this.
Oh. Do you know what I mean?
We don't get along.
We obviously don't see eye to eye. The most vindictive.
Sly old dog.
He doesn't like my presence in like the kitchen and stuff.
Called me messy.
Malicious. Quite derogative towards women. Manipulator.
Really aggressive. And all that shy.
Meanest person in the house.
That tampon.
Been horrible to me.
Intimidated.
Grotesque.
Evaporated milk.
Inappropriate sexual manner.
And it frightens me.
Because.
Really degrading.
It makes me feel uncomfortable.
She has the right to be upset.
It was nasty.
It's very cringe.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely ludicrous.
He's quite bitchy. You're lying.
Trying to guess what a sense of humour is.
She gets offended very quickly. I'm fighting a losing battle.
He's trying to exterminate.
Right, I love this bit. It is time to get serious. Can we have a lighting change and some tension music, please? Let's find out who'll be hoping for your votes this week. Let's go over to the big boss. It's Big Brother.
This is Big Brother. The housemates nominated for eviction this week are...
Yes. Oh.
Team Red. In no particular order.
C.
Connor.
Yes. What?
What's new particular? And... Siobhan.
Oh, wow. I knew it. I knew it. And if it's just 2, I knew it.
And...
I knew it.
Just me and you, babe.
It's just us.
These 2 housemates will face this week's
This is
public
a really
vote.
fun series after one of you leaves. It's going to be really good. Good, great. Brilliant viewing.
I told you.
Oh, for fuck's
It's
sake.
obvious what the votes were, because if it's just 2.
Great. Oh, no, I do after the party. Ashley. Ashley.
Pod.
A house without
Derry.
Siobhan and Connor would be a fucking party. Derry
No.
said walk the fuck.
Gives the hug.
My blue eyes. Hold on, the 2 Siobhans. Yes.
So, to confirm, the housemates facing the public vote this week are Connor and Siobhan. Let's have the lights back up, please. OK, so let's start with, are the right 2 people up?
Do you know what? I'm a fan of them both, but if Siobhan goes... Yeah, we want Becky out.
I know, but she's not up, and that's what we're talking about.
Do you know what? Siobhan has to stay because she's real. She speaks her mind. Do you know what I'm saying?
OK, anybody else?
It's definitely the right 2 are up, and I'll tell you why. Because as we saw last week, it's not over till the Friday edit is shown. And this week, because Connor's up against Siobhan, I do believe, and I hope I'm right this week, Connor's a goner.
No. Adam and Scott are the right people to be put up this week. I mean, they've got nothing at all to offer, and I think, you know, they should have been put up instead of the other 2.
It's not just about what they have to offer, though. It's how they've come across this week, right? And what it's like for the housemates to live with them. No, Jay?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we see, you know, we see a very condensed version of what goes on.
Yeah.
Inside, you know, you can imagine, because it is really boring in there. So when something like the Adam and Siobhan argument happens, that's a massive thing in the house.
Yeah.
And it becomes a focal point for not only the people that are involved, but everybody in the house. You can't avoid it.